This is He Knows Everything, bringing you that heat. Far, we keeping the foot on the what on the Knicks. We keeping the foot on the what on the Knicks. Let's talk about it.
Go ahead, He Knows.
Derrick James on what improvements that he needs to make against Terence Crawford. Stop the presses and pump the brakes on the nonsense and go sit down somewhere and what? Higgity fucking hush. There is no improvements that he needs to make. This was a paid to lose debacle. This was a nosedive of hair. This was a loaded and padded glove situation. So why do you need to change what ain't broke? What's not broke, you don't need to fix. Let me say it again. What's not broke, you don't need to fix. The only thing that wasn't activated was tactical aggression. The only thing that wasn't activated was technical punching placement. The only thing that wasn't activated was body snatching, work the levying onslaught of the punishment style. It's going to be reactivated. People think fundamentally I have a problem with Blu-ray. I don't know Blu-ray fitness to have a problem with him. We are two grown as fuck men around the same age. He's 42, I'm 41. I mean, we're two guys that don't even look our fucking ages because we keep ourselves in hellified shape. If anything, I salute the brother for staying in top shape. I salute the brother for being on his purpose, being confident, having an abundance mindset. I salute the brother for having a craft. I salute the brother for basically having a job to where he's able to unction and govern himself efficiently and appropriately. The only thing is know your role, know your place, operating it, and stay in that motherfucker. If you said Errol the True Spence is Michael Jordan, you said Derrick James is Phil Jackson, then be fucking Scottie Pippen. Don't try to be Scottie Pippen and Michael Jordan. Just be Scottie Pippen. Play your role. Your role is strength and conditioning. So play that. But you're invited to come back. Because we're not going to knock the fact that you were 11-0 with Errol the True Spence. We're not going to knock the fact that you were training him for the Manny Pacquiao fight. Yes, he was training him for the Manny Pacquiao fight. Brought him back for that shit. So we're not going to knock that. That means Manny Pacquiao was going to get the shit beaten out of him. I would love for him to come back for the Terence Crawford rematch. So I'm making it very clear. I don't have a problem. Just know your role, know your place, operate in that motherfucker, live in it, and be the Scottie Pippen that you are. And all you guys will be all better for it. Everybody's in a different crossroads right now. The crossroads is as simple as this. Errol the True Spence had to decrease his superstar so Terence Crawford can increase his superstar. So now it's the get back. Derrick James had to humble his trainer of the year so Bull Mac can become trainer of the year. Now it's the get back. Blu-ray Fitness got something to prove. That, hey, when I trained Errol the True Spence, he was shredded like a motherfucker. He was shredded out here. He got something to prove. So bring the dream team back. So that the Megalodon shark has no predator, but he is the predator. So let's get everybody back. Because in the rematch, it's going to be Errol the True Spence is going to do this motherfucker up. But again, it has nothing to do with Blu-ray. Just has everything to do with the fact that Errol the True Spence had to basically accept losers' terms so that Terence Crawford can be elevated to superstar terms. Let me say it again. Errol the True Spence had to accept losers' terms so Terence Crawford could be elevated to superstar terms. It's okay. Because now Spence and Crawford is a household name. It's a household fight. It's a fight everybody's talking about. Spence and Crawford is basically the fight that everybody's expecting rematch-wise. They're expecting it in December. They're expecting it in January. They're expecting it nevertheless, but they are expecting it. So now this is the biggest fight that fight fans will see in their lives. This is the biggest fight that fight fans are going to accept. This is the biggest fight that fight fans are going to clamor around. Then He Knows Everything told you this was like the 80s, the Four Kings, Roberto Duran, Tommy Hitman Hearns, Sugar Ray Leonard, Marvin Hagler. Isn't that what you get in your Rudy Poo and your plum brains? Isn't that what you get in your classic dopes and your troglodytes? know we gotta drink this coffee. Isn't that what you getting? Your ultra fanboys and ultra fangirls with the ultra fanboys and the ultra fangirl rhetorics. Isn't that what y'all getting? Y'all getting it. It's supply and demand. It's business 101. You're getting the fight that everyone expected, but Derrick James don't have to change shit. All that has to happen is tactical aggression. All that has to happen is technical punching placement. All that has to happen is body snatching work. It's a levying onslaught of a punishment style. It's a conglomeration of punishment. It's a stimulus package of punishment. It's punishment nevertheless. But punishment just has to come back on the menu. Because when it's all said and done, in this rematch, Terence but Crawford is getting fucked.
Go ahead, he knows.
You see, it's a roller coaster. Bring his ass up before you shoot his rabbit ass down. Woo. What I said was so deep in profile. Let me let that marinate in the corpus callosum and in the cerebellum. So hear me, motherfucking well. The real G's, the super real G's, the ultimate real G's out here in these boxing streets, they got it. So roller coaster effect. Shoot the motherfucker up before you tear his ass right the fuck back down. I told you guys. No, Floyd Mayweather told y'all this. Minor setback for a major comeback. So Derrick James don't need to change shit. So when you interview Derrick James, you ask him what improvements needs to be done. There ain't no improvements that need to be done. The only thing is now, Errol the True Spence won't come into the fight drugged. Errol the True Spence won't come into a fight against a guy with a super soldier serum, a Captain America cocktail. He's going to come into a fight against a guy that no longer has loaded padded gloves. A guy's gloves who popped against David Avocado. It's a things that make you say, Antonio Tarver, you have no backbone. You are spineless. That's why he was so confident to say that Terence Crawford was going to beat Errol the True Spence, because he knew Terence but Crawford was going to cheat. He was the same announcer saying, did you guys hear? The gloves popped and padding came out of the gloves. This guy's a known fucking cheater. This guy's known to be a padded and a loaded glover, a PED user. Didn't Alycia Baumgardner pop dirty? It's a things that make you say, It's a things that make you say, What was she on? Snac. See, females, they get feminized in between fights. Females are supposed to have a softer look in between fights. They're females. They have high levels of estrogen. How the fuck is she sitting there walking around with high levels of muscle, low body fat percentage in between fights? I told you guys about these undetectable PEDs. I done told you guys that Terence but Crawford had a turtleneck back. How are you guys not seeing this? How are you guys not calling this thing out for what it is? How are you guys not calling a spade a spade? It's because fight fans love to live in an illusion. They love to live in a matrix. They love to be infinite Suku Yumi. They love to put on that VR goggle. They love to be in that movie Ready Player One. They love to be in a virtual reality. They love the visual trance. They love their minds to be brain full of mush and brainwashed dodo heads. They love to be neurolinguistic programmed. Because that's what they did. They put that embedded theology of bullshit and fuck shit in front of you. This is why the Spence versus Crawford one is bullshittery and fuck shittery at its highest levels. But in the second fight, Derrick James just needs to tell Errol the True Spence, Errol just be Errol. Because as long as Errol is fucking Errol, Terence but Crawford, the chihuahua barking behind that damn fence. That's right, he's still a motherfucking chihuahua. Will get put in his rabbit ass place. Remember, the megalodon shark has no predator. It is the predator. That's the cold-hearted. That's the unadulterated. That's the cutthroat truth teller fashion. I keeps the foot on the what? On the niggas. I keeps the foot on the what? On the niggas. This is He Knows Everything. Check it out.